Hey guys, it's Dr. Campbell here again, and welcome back to the Wellness Hustle podcast. This is your host. When I tell you these podcast episodes have been just absolutely amazing, the stories, they're gripping, they're challenging, they're motivating, and they're inspiring. Today we have Don Rogers with us today. I'm sure you've probably seen his social media content, you've seen the posts that he's been generating, and just overall the direction that he's going in. If you haven't seen it, then you're missing out. But if you have seen it, like myself, then you have been intrigued. What's going on? Where is he going with this? Certainly, he has my interest. And I know he has the interest of a lot of other people who are following his journey. Today, we'll dive a little bit deeper into who Don Rogers is. What is he trying to do? What is his mission? Does he have a vision? Ultimately, what is he trying to leave behind? Don, welcome to the podcast, my brother.
Thank you for having me, Doc.
Absolutely, my guy. So thank you for coming, man. I know it was a shorter for notice, but you responded, promptly when asked. And so I truly appreciate that.
Yeah, we got to stay ready.
We got to stay. You know what? I like that, man. I like that. So when I met you, so we haven't met too long ago, but I can tell you that so far what I've seen and what I've heard, I'm impressed. And that's my honest truth. I'm impressed. I get excited when I see people, men, women, whoever, grinding. They're about their mission. They're about their direction. And if it's one thing I can say, when I look back at the times that I've seen you, places I've seen you, the things that I've seen you produced, it seemed like it's on purpose.
Yeah, everything I do is on purpose. It's always with an end goal in mind. And with my law firm, Rogers Law Group, just representing these injured clients that's facing so much. It looks to be sometimes an insurmountable task for them. Everything I do must be on purpose then. So I'm very intentional.
Yeah.
And it comes from my upbringing. Being from Mississippi, a small town boy, growing up, running around the fields and helping my grandma shell peas on the porch, and just instilling a certain work ethic in me and a certain seriousness of my purpose.
Yeah.
Shout out to Southern University Law Center.
Come on now. Come on now. So you talked about grandma, and so it seems like you were raised by the extended family.
Well,
Dad, mom, and whoever else was there. Who was there around you?
Both of my grandmas was very integral in my upbringing, my earlier years before they unfortunately passed away. But my mom has 9 and 10 brothers and sisters. My dad has 9 and 10 brothers and sisters. I come from big families. So it's a lot of aunts, it's a lot of uncles, it's the grandmas, it's collective. When they say
everybody's helping.
Yeah, when they say that you need a whole network
of
people to help.
It takes a village to raise.
Exactly. And I truly had a village.
From the people that you grew up with around, the close family members and the extended family members, you mentioned your grandma, but are there any other people that are currently still alive that you might have told or might not have told of the magnitude of the impact that they have had on your life, whether it's something that they did, good or bad? Like impact, what shapes our direction sometimes can be good, sometimes it can be bad, but it's the lesson that we've extracted from that. Who would you say that's still around? And have you told them?
My aunt, her name is Naoka Brandon. She's also my pastor also.
I'll make sure she gets this episode. Go ahead, man.
But I saw her, she was working at a factory, a furniture factory. Where I'm from, 99% of my family are blue collar workers, very hard working people. They go to work every morning, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, back-breaking labor. But she left that industry and she started a daycare. And she grew that daycare from 1 daycare to 2 daycares to 3 daycares.
Wow.
And it was so amazing to watch because I'm a young kid. I may be 5 or 6 going with her to Sam's to get the groceries for the week when she first started, right? And I'm seeing her countless hours put in, countless hours, getting up at 4 in the morning. She grew that business, and she was extremely successful, and she helped a lot of people, a lot of children. Not only was it a daycare, it was a learning center. Also, I sent my son there to learn in the summers. So her impact on the community, the way that she came from, seemingly nothing of that kind of sort of past, and to grow their business, it was amazing to watch firsthand.
And grow the business, but also change the lives
Exactly.
of so many people around her.
Exactly.
Have you talked to her about this? Have you had discussions with her about this impact and how it's inspired your direction?
Probably not to that degree.
Okay.
I tell her how thankful I am for her. I think prayer is essential to our lives, and us making it, and who prays for us has a great deal to do with where we're headed and where we're going and where we're coming from. I know she has God's ear, and she prays for me continuously. So
gotcha.
I tell her all the time, thank you, because I wouldn't be here.
But without
Jesus, without their
Amen
prayer,
to
I wouldn't
that,
be
my
here.
guy.
So,
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Now, as you've seen sort of what she's built, and you're in awe of that, and you have a family now with your son, who you mentioned is 15 years old, and I'm certain he's looking at his dad, in awe and inspiration now, because every generation, despite me thinking that my mom and my dad went through something challenging and they had little resources in what they did, I know my kids are looking at me saying, oh my goodness, he's doing so much. So every generation, it seems like things get easier and easier, and they look up and look back at, that figure that was, outstanding to them, and they're in awe at how that person navigates and, moves things around to make sure that they're constantly succeeding, they're constantly driving, they're inspiring, they're taking care of home and business. So when your son look at you, I'm certain this is, not the easiest to answer, but what do you think he sees?
I can't really say I can tell you what I hope he sees.
Please.
I hope he sees a man that gets up every morning and he does what he says he's going to do. He undertakes certain obligations. He fulfills those obligations with a seriousness that's unmatched by most other people in this world. And I believe that's the way you become successful. That's the way you're going to change people's lives and help them, especially doing what I do every day. I would like him not to be bogged down. My dad is an attorney, or my dad is whoever, this insurmountable being. But just know that he's more than capable of being anything he wants to be, and I'm there for him through whatever.
Thank you for sharing that, by the way, and I love your response to that question. We can't necessarily, tell what others are saying about us, but we can say what we hope based on what we are doing. Continue doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it.
We see you, brother.
I will.
We see you.
Yes.
Keep on doing your thing. 15 years old, you haven't abandoned. You're still around. You're an active presence in his life, and more African American young boys need a presence in their life. Not just a presence, who comes and goes, but a presence who's just there, showing them, not by necessarily telling, but leading by example, how it's done.
Totally agree.
I think one of the most powerful things that you can do, and what you've just said too, is what you hope that he sees, which is the things that you have signed on to doing in your daily life. And this is probably one of the best examples, the best way of parenting. It's not what we tell them, but it's what we do. Just like your aunt, though she wasn't your direct parent, it's not what she told you, it's what she went on to do.
Exactly.
That's what has stuck with you.
Exactly.
Tell me, I see a little bit of your social media content. How are you using social media in your business? And what's your ultimate goal for social media? What are you trying to do with social media?
Just bring awareness and attention to Rogers Law Group, first of all, But also with my social media, I do like to express certain viewpoints and certain feelings, and give a certain level of hope if I can. I think representation matters more than anything. So when a little kid that may look like me, maybe from where I'm from, a little small town in Shannon, Mississippi, and everyone in the town knows you and you know them, or you know one of their family members, that's how small it is. I want them to understand that they can do whatever. truly, nothing is impossible. Truly. It's coming from a first generation attorney. I didn't have a college fund.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anything
Anything
put
set
back,
aside.
set aside
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But I grinded and I prayed and I worked and I was consistent, and through the grace of God, I'm here. And hopefully they can see just somebody that looks like them and just know that they can do it. That's my main goal in life. I want more black men, black women, these little black boys out here to understand there's other ways to go about living your life. There's other ways to fulfilling your dreams. Any dream you may have, don't never think it's too big.
Gotcha.
Because it can happen.
It can happen. Wow. And I think, ultimately, that's the crux of the matter as to why we're doing what we're doing, right? People say, Dr. Campbell, why do you continue to do? Could I stop today and just probably go live in a little tiny place in, I don't know, Tahiti and just chill? I probably could. And I probably would have the time of my life just chilling. But when your calling is bigger than chilling, then there's more to be done, especially on the scale of inspiration and impact. As you look at sort of your son now and the kids around him, I'm certain it must have crossed your mind that not all of them might have the same role model like he does. Not all of them might be as fortunate as he does. Does that at any point put a burden on you in what else you can do?
I just feel a certain sense of obligation because when we're blessed with so much, it's not lost upon me that I think I'm this special person that just came out from anywhere and then I just amassed success. No, it was put in place by God. It was put in place by who God allowed to be in my life, my family members, my friends I met along the way, my different jobs I've had, my different experiences, which brought me to this point. So it's not lost upon me that I must contribute to the youth in whatever way I can. And hopefully, just them seeing, like I said, the representation, just seeing me, just as I stand around, this 6'3", 250-pound black guy with a beard and tattoos everywhere. But just know, nothing can stop you from
doing and
accomplishing whatever you want to do. Just don't let your mind go as far as it can go and go chase it. Because
amen to that, man.
Don't stay balled in.
Yeah. Tell me about the law firm, man, in Georgia. When did you start the law firm? How are things coming along? What are you looking at, to do immediately and more long term?
I started in right around November of 2021, growing consistently, been extremely blessed. I just want to keep representing clients. I want to keep fulfilling my obligation. I want to keep seeing the smiles on my clients' faces and hearing their voice elevate in pitch when I tell them how much money they're getting back. It's their voice cracking, they about to cry. And just keep feeling like and knowing that I'm giving back to the community. I'm giving back and easing someone's lives, the lives of their kids, even if it may be for a week or it may be enough money or enough resources to last them for a lifetime.
Gotcha. I've noticed on your socials, you're doing more content, about sort of like awareness, mindfulness, health conscious sort of, preparations. How did that come about?
I truly want to be, people say I want to be a good person.
Yeah.
I think to be a good person, you have to be a well-rounded person. Not only financially, everybody wants, I want millions of dollars, but you have to have sound physical health, mental health, relationship, faith. It's a lot that goes into being a well-rounded person. And it's all about relationships. Your relationships with your kids, your relationships with your family, your relationships with your siblings, with God. It's all encompassing. And that's what we need to understand. The better we treat each other, the better relationships we have, naturally, the more successful we'll be.
Folks, I could not have said that better. The the power of relationships, whether it be, like you said, with your family members, spouse, your children, your friends, your relationship with God, right? They say, in this day and age, people, they seek. But I remember the scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom, right? And then everything else shall be added. And when I understand this, seek ye first the kingdom, a part of that I see, or that my understanding takes me to, is back to relationships. How am I interacting with my fellow colleagues, the people who are placed in my life that I'm supposed to be a steward for these people? How am I? What is this relationship that I'm developing? And oftentimes I find that, and even now in business for me, I've realized that when the focus shifted, and I know exactly when the focus shifted from the pursuit of the material to the pursuit of impact, that's when things really turned around.
Yeah.
I feel like now my leading is more so with how can I add value? What can I do to change or to improve something for the better? If something comes of it, fantastic. But if nothing comes of it, great. But my goal is not whatever is coming or not coming. My goal, like you said about your client, just not seeing that smile on your client's face is what kind of motivates you to continue to do what you do. Leading with the impact.
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, when I see your energy, your content that you're putting out is very consistent. When I met you in person, it's still consistent. My encouragement to you is continue to be Don Rogers. Don't change that.
Thank you.
Whatever it is that God has called you to do, even though it might not be fully clear, you know that you're on the path. You're changing lives. You're inspiring people. And you're intentionally wanting to do something, through your presentation, through your representation. You're wanting to do something to inspire and impact change. I think that's one of the most beautiful callings that anyone could ever have.
Yes, it's our obligation, and we must fulfill that obligation if we want to see change, real change.
So, Don, if folks are looking to find you, to really come meet this man, this mysterious man that is just, I'd say, a bottled up sort of, energy, impact, and change that he wants to share with the world. If folks are trying to find you, right, to get access to your services, your representation, your advocacy, where can they find you, Don?
They can call me at 678-888-1070. Pretty much 24/7. I'm here available for you to answer your questions. It's free. The consultation is free. You never pay me a dime. Contingency fee based, meaning that you will never pay unless we recover, and we'll take that out of the settlement. It will not come out of your direct pocket. So know that if you're injured, one thing I do want to get across is that if you are injured, you deserve to be compensated. You deserve it. And don't forget that.
Folks, you've heard from the man yourself. If you've been injured, you deserve compensation. Don't take that lightly. Don't feel sad or obligated or guilty. This is something that you deserve. It's the least that can be done. And here's the man that can help you navigate the process. Attorney Don Rogers. And thanks again.
Thank you for having me, Doug. I appreciate you.
Podcast. Thank you so much.